This is my 25-pound Canadian Giant, Little Giant, made by A.B. Jardine in Hespeler, which is now Cambridge, Ontario. It's 98 years old. Original owner was a blacksmith in Brandon, Manitoba, named by the last name of Gray. I guess after his passing, it stayed on the family farm until somebody managed to get their hands on it and sold it to me. So I've completely rebuilt it. I put a brand new 1.5 horsepower motor on it, new sheaves, new V-belts. I put a brand new clutch lining on it. It's a cone clutch. The Babbitt bearings have lots of material left on them, but I tore everything apart, greased everything, stripped everything down, got rid of everything old. The lower die cavity and the upper die cavity, the old dies were actually soldered in place, so I had to pound those keys out after grinding for many hours. Pound the keys out, and I used the French Creek Valley Forge circular saw method for cleaning up the lower dovetail. Came out really good, and then I used a hand file, and I just hand filed it. A bit of wood in there. And the upper die is a same thing. I had to grind and weld that. I didn't weld it, sorry. Just grind it out and then hand file it. And then I made a new die out of 4140 with a brass, or not brass, but a mild steel base that goes inside the key, and then the face of the material, the face of the die is 4140. The ram V-ways, the ram itself, it was worn down about a 1/4 inch. So front and back, I welded up the V-ways on both, or the V on both sides, the ram guide, and then hand ground it to finish. I made brand new toggle arms, spring retainer, toggle links. I put grease fittings on everything. I made a brand new crosshead, and this is a 1-inch square stock material. And I made a brand new pitman arm. This is brass, and I'll show you why. That is the old toggle arm. It is bent, and it's seen better days. I guess the first gentleman who owned it put it to good use, feeding his family over the years, did what he had to keep it running. But I didn't want to just leave it that way and operate it. I wanted to rebuild it and finish it. These are homemade toggle links, which is fine, but they're off center and they're different lengths. This is just the one. The other one is way shorter. Put brand new springs on the hammer, brand new electrical box. Basically rebuilt everything, and I put in the adjustments for the spring tension so that I can control it. Runs really good, all oiled up. I got to put the lower die in still, but I mean, as for operation, here you go. It'll run at 300 beats per minute. Just threw some fresh, clean paint on it because I didn't want to see it rust. I have a problem with condensation in my my workshop. So there's the new cone clutch lining. It's a heavy belting. I riveted it with aluminum rivets so it wouldn't damage the hub, and I also glued it in place. The ram guide itself, I had to clean up everything, grind it all out, shim it in place after I built this up. The amount of wear on it was just insane. So everything's ready to go. It's a good running unit. I'm very happy with it. The crosshead adjustment, I really prefer that over the round style that it was before. I found what happened before is it could turn just because there was so much play. This, because it's square stock, just keeps it dead center. And the compression on these nuts is more than enough to hold it in place. The other one only had one had one nut holding it in place. So that's it. Questions, comments, leave a comment. Thanks for watching.